Ciao amici, hello, hola amigos, saxophone players. I'm Lou Marini, Lou Marini from the Blues Brothers Band. And this is my Lupifaro tenor saxophone. It was given to me by Luca Cardinali from Lupifaro. And I'll tell you how I came to start playing it. I was in London playing with the Blues Brothers Band and Ronnie Scott's, and in the middle of the last tune, suddenly the side D key of my beautiful old King gold-plated Super 20 snapped off. But the next day I went to a great shop in London called the Saxophone Shop, and a wonderful guy named Adrian Woods helped me there. And while they were repairing my saxophone at the shop, he brought me a lot of saxophones to try. And I think I must have tried like a dozen different saxophones. The saxophone shop is great because they had multiples of every horn you wanted to try. And I tried some beautiful saxophones, some English saxophones and Japanese saxophones. And he brought me this, and the first thing that struck me, of course, was I think it's beautiful, the color of it. And Luca told me that he sort of loved the look of old saxophones. But when I first started playing it, what struck me immediately was it had the kind of resistance and the blow that I like playing. And as I tried these saxophones, I kept coming back to it. And finally I ended up only playing it. And actually I thought about buying it, but there was the road burden aspect. We were only at the beginning of a 3-week tour through like 7 or 8 countries in Europe, so it was impractical to do. But then as I researched Lupifaro, I found out that they are made very close to where my family is in Italy. And I contacted Lupifaro, and Luca Cardinali responded to me. And I think in December or January of that same year, which was 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, Luca was coming back from a trip to China. Maybe it was only 3 years ago. But he was coming back from a trip to China, and he stopped in New York. And they came to the house, and he brought me a couple of Lupifaros to try. And I really liked this one. And he gave it to me, which was beautiful. And so I began playing it, and I started taking it on the road sometimes, but I really fell in love with the saxophone. And I think that it has such an even kind of sound, you know. Also, the high register is great.